All right, well, Benji, Brady, welcome back in. We are now in season 5.
5-0.
Episode 50. You took my thunder.
Stole the thunder, sorry. I thought that's where you were going. You said 5. I was like,
Maybe you're just excited because you weren't here on the last episode. And so
no, it was 2 episodes ago.
No, it was the
I
last
was
one.
here on the last one.
No, you weren't.
No, you weren't.
We recorded.
You've been busy. We've been telling our listeners you've been like up and down because you've had to have meetings. You've been busy. You've been slammed. But we were holding down the fort.
Hey, last week I was busy.
Maybe Brady should go listen to episode 49. It was it's just a recap of all of how we started and where we ended up to today.
You are our Lionel Messi of this team. So when you're not here, I feel like numbers are down.
Well, I got lots of steps in last week.
You're the secret sauce. So
Yeah.
I think we finally got a rhythm though to what a season is and how many episodes it represents.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
And we didn't have as many 2-parters last season.
That is true.
That is true.
Hey, stay tuned.
Coming soon.
We may have some more coming up.
I think the listeners like 2-parters. That's the feedback I'm getting.
I like it because it keeps you it's a longer, but then they're not having, they can listen to an episode from the time they leave to the time they get to work.
That's right.
And then they can listen to the other episode when they head home. So,
That's right.
But all right, so we're getting ready to drop. We're jumping into a new one today, but I'm gonna let you kick this one off, Benji, because we kind of alluded to this in our last episode that we've got some new things coming up. Before we jump into today's topic, talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing a little bit in season 5, because this is something especially special to the two of y'all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's really is. Brady and I were. He actually came. He's like, man, why don't we try something a little different, for this next season? I was like, what is it? He goes, why don't we take our fathers, who was the greatest mentor to he and I, why don't we take some of his best quotes that he had, and how we can let people know what those quotes meant to him, what it means to us, and then how someone can apply this in their business or their personal life.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a fantastic idea. So he goes, what's the first one? So we just started jotting. Like we made a list of the top 10. Just stay tuned because we got 7 or 8 right now. I think we've got a few more.
There's probably more.
First
coming.
one's no surprise to me though, so
Yeah.
I'm excited for when y'all get
But
into it.
this one is called "In It to Win It," and it was a legacy our dad came up with. And again, you're going to hear these in this season. There will be 10 episodes for this season, but this one is near and dear to our heart because everything that our dad did, he wanted to win. He didn't do it just for fun. And that was whether it was in business, personal. I remember days we'd go out and we'd play basketball. This is back when you could actually have a chain net, like a chain on your goal. and the problem is somebody go up to dunk, would dunk a basketball, and we had a kid like rip his hand wide open. Well, nowadays it's all nets now, right? But he wanted to beat us in basketball. He'd play us in 2-on-1, us 2 against him. He'd still beat us, shoot threes, whatever. So he wanted to win everything. And it wasn't like he wasn't doing it from like a boasting perspective. He was doing it just to say, you can win at anything you do.
Yeah.
And so I'm in it to win it. It was so powerful, that phrase, that it actually resonated with our headquarter office out of Nashville. Everyone knows we're part of a franchise system. And when he passed away in 2017, he actually got like one of, I don't know, is it 5 or 6 awards?
I don't think it was that many.
There's only a few. We do.
Yeah,
know
there's only
that.
like 3 in the system that got this particular award.
Yeah, and they call it the Humanitarian Award. And the Humanitarian Award is someone that's made a huge impact on the ServPro franchise system brand. They have a photo of him up in the main hallway at the executive suites, C-suite at ServPro HQ. And when they did his video for us at convention, which we had no idea it was going to happen, he passed on June the 5th, and convention is always usually the end of June, early July, and they put this together in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And so they actually, at the time, the original president of ServPro used the term "in it to win it" in his final video. And it brought me, I guess Brady was probably the same, it brought me back to go, man, like that one phrase made an impact. So today we're going to be talking about some key points.
So Benji, before we do that,
yeah,
all right, I got a little fun fact here. I'm gonna put you on the spot. I'll see if you remember.
Oh, this is gonna make good for social
this
media.
might be a two-part. This might be a two-parter, Adam.
So most of, and Benji's right. We've come up with about 7 or 8 phrases. I did not say 6 or 7. I said 7 or 8.
Oh,
all right. But we've got more that we're going to put on the list. So it might be 2 seasons. I don't know if we're doing, 10 per season. But these phrases that our dad had, it wasn't like he came up with these on his own.
Yeah.
Now, some of them he did, but most of them he didn't. So, do you know where he got In It to Win It from?
I actually don't. I knew you were about to ask that. I have no idea.
So if we can remember as we go through these and we remember, we'll go
Chicago
through
Bulls.
Nope. No.
I don't
Adam, you wanna
actually.
take a
I
guess?
actually don't. I don't know. 'Cause I feel like I've heard it, but I can't think of where it came
So
from.
this is going to come way out of left field, but there were only certain. I'll give you a hint. There's only certain types of shows that Dad liked to watch.
Oh, for sure.
So there was a very famous show. I think it's still going on nowadays. I haven't watched it in years, but
Family Matters, Full House, Andy Griffith.
it was a singing competition.
Singing competition. Wasn't American Idol.
American Idol.
Was it American Idol?
Randy
Was it?
Jackson.
Oh, it is right. I forgot about that. He actually came back as a guest host this past winter. Hannah Harper won on American Idol,
But
and he did that. I'm in it to win it, baby.
That was his phrase. That's where Dad got it from.
Randy, thank you for that. We're Randy, we'll give you credit.
But after every person that he really liked, Randy would always say, "Hey, you're in it to win it." You know. So anyway, just fun fact.
I forgot about that.
Yep.
That's good. That's really good.
See, that's a good fact because I didn't realize that at all. I mean, you got to think. I've heard that since the day I started working with y'all.
Yep.
And it's been I mean, we have it on coffee mugs. It's been in place. I mean, we've seen it everywhere.
So if you need leadership tips, then American Idol or The Voice.
Yeah. Well, it made such an impact on me that I actually put it on my tag on my vehicle. It says letter N to win it. And so it's on my vehicle. But just so you guys know, this defined our father. There was so many phrases that he had, like Brady said. But this one, he talked about in it to win it again in business deals, family decisions, faith commitments, service out in the community. It wasn't just about beating someone. It was just about giving whatever's in front of you. We're going to win. We want to win. And if it's in business, we want to do everything we can to take care of our people, our team, our staff, and let them know that we can win at anything. It takes people first. We go back to people first, one of our core values. Yep. It takes a team of people to make it happen. We're in it to win it. So I love this. You know, some men have sayings and other men become their sayings. And this is just one of those things that helped our dad. It was a conviction thing for him. If you're going to do it, go all in. We know this. This is common sense stuff, guys. But go all in everything you do. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about, whatever you do, whether eat or drink, do it all to the glory of God. And do everything you can to win at everything you can. There's nothing wrong with that. We believe that the Lord sets people up for success for a reason, and we want to be that tool and that instrument to help people.
Yeah, he was definitely not a person that liked to lose.
Yeah.
And if you ever had a chance you never got a chance to meet him, but he did not like to lose.
I think I started a year after your dad had passed because it was right after that.
Yeah,
gotcha. But you're right. He said if you're going to do it, we're going all the way. If he always told us, if you're going to give half effort, you're going to get half effort. I mean,
that's good though.
You're gonna if you're gonna not work 40, 50, 60 hours, whatever the number is, that's what you're going to get out of it.
Yeah.
You got to do everything you can.
Yeah.
It's not about the trophy. It's about the integrity of your effort. It's the same thing with discipline in life, right? We've talked about this before, I think, episode long time ago. But if you're going to go out in your personal life and you're going to put the work in to eat right, drink right, exercise right, put your mind right, you're going to get the effort out of it. I mean, look at me and look at Brady. He's getting better effort than I am right now. I mean,
just saying, I'm down like 17 pounds right now.
I'm down 20. I'm working. I realized that my intake was not matching my output. So the problem is I kept working out thinking I'm good, and I kept eating. But that's the same thing in life.
What you put in your body.
It is, but it's the same thing what you guys are talking about. The more if you're trying to get something done and you're trying to grow, if your intake isn't matching your output, it's not going to work.
Yep.
And it's not, you got to be able to do more than that. I've got to be able to work out more, and I got to be able to lift more, run more, burn more calories, do these things than what I'm actually eating. Because if not, I'm really literally doing nothing for myself at all. I'm actually exhausting myself and not getting anywhere for it. It's the same thing in life. If you're doing half job, you're not going to get full credit for something.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to remember, you got to do that full thing.
That's correct. He always taught us this. Look, you may not win the deal. You might lose the deal, But if you're giving your best effort for the day, you've actually won.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not gonna you can put the best foot forward you can and still lose. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You got NBA championships, Major League Baseball, you know, football, whatever, greatest teams of all time, and for whatever reason they come up short at the end. I mean, there was a Super Bowl a couple years ago that the New England Patriots, I think, were down like 31-3 or something, and came back in the third and fourth quarter to win the game, held the other team. So
it's actually 27-3 because that's a huge.
Oh, okay.
27-3.
I was close.
You can't forget that because it was like Atlanta was a way up.
And they was like, nobody's going to beat them. But winning wasn't just the prize; it's the posture of what we do. Okay. Yeah. So how can the all-in leader in today's world win? All right. Most people get caught up in something called quiet quitting, and what I mean by that is, they're going to go out, they're going to come in, they're not going to have the best start to their day, right? They're going to get caught up in the whirlwind, caught up in systems. We were having a small group this past Sunday night, and our small group leader said, you know, how can someone go out and basically not put their all-in effort in?
Yeah.
You can actually do that. I mean, we've all been stuck in ruts. We've all been stuck in routines, strategy. We get caught up in there's nothing wrong with having a calendar. Brady and I believe in a calendar, but you can get so caught up in a calendar and task list, you forget the things that could become signal to you, not noise. There's an episode on that.
Well, I think the biggest part of that, we've talked about this many, many times on the episode, is quiet quitting. My personal opinion, I think it comes from people just not having goals, not having 100% targets. Agree. I mean, we've said this many, many times. Zig Ziglar says, if you aim at nothing, you hit it every time. Yeah. So if you have nothing that, you know, think about, you know, you're just in your regular routine of work, but, you know, you have a vacation coming up. You have something exciting that you're looking forward to, then you're going to want to get stuff done leading up to it.
Ready to get going.
You know, or you have a savings goal, or you have something new you're going to, whatever the goals are. But that's where quiet quitting comes from, is because you got nothing that you're aiming at, and nowhere to go to.
Well, and I feel like culturally, and maybe it's more with my generation or the next generation.
What are you trying to say? We're older than you?
No, but I'm also,
Gen Z, Adam?
I'm considered a millennial, so I think I'm on the front end of it. But I feel like maybe it's my generation and generation after, because I hear this said a lot. Well, that's not my job. That's not what I was hired to do. Or, you know, and I get that to an extent. If you're doing somebody else's job 100%, then there needs to be a conversation. Like that's a whole different scenario. But what I mean is, I feel like culturally we see a lot in the workforce that people don't want to do more than they're required to do. And then they don't understand why they don't move ahead. And so what I mean by that is, I feel like, and this is where I feel like is that sometimes you have to do more than you've been asked to do. Why would somebody put you in a leadership position if you're doing the bare minimum?
Agree.
And and I feel like that's where it's at. I've heard it before with even friends of mine. Well, that's not my job description. Says I should do this. I should only have to do A, B, C, and D. I shouldn't do E and F because that's not in my job description. I'm like, look, there's about 50 things at the church right now that are not my job description, but I help with, and I do because it's a team mentality. And like, I get it. Sometimes people get caught up. People get stuck on things. But if you're expected to move up and you're expected to grow and do these things, why would either one of you put somebody in a leadership position when you watch them do the bare minimum? Because then you're like, all right, well, if we're supposed to hit $500,000 for our budget and you've like, all right, I hit it, I'm done. Why would you want somebody that's like, hey, I did what I was supposed to do. I got to that number. Yeah. Well, we need to exceed that number because that's where growth happens. So I feel that a lot in my generation and even the generation after mine is it's this thing in workforce where, and I understand people don't want to get stuck doing stuff they're not supposed to do. And that's why I said it's a whole nother conversation. But I firmly believe if you want to move ahead and you want to grow and you do things, sometimes that means extra hours.
Oh, for
Sometimes
sure.
that means doing things that you were not hired to do that you never intended to do. I mean, I never intended to be in digital marketing. And when I first started, I was just trying to make videos and do things. And now we're here. There's a whole different. So by doing that, it opens doors.
Yeah.
So,
there's a Bible verse that says, and I'm going to paraphrase, where your heart is, your treasure will be also. And a lot of people's mind goes to money. That's where their mind goes. And I agree with that. But I also think it could be, to your point, anything else. If your heart's in it, you're going to give everything you have to make that goal or make the company better, make your team better, and go, you know what? I'm going to be the person that's going to, in it to win it can be picking a piece of trash up off the floor if I have to take care of my team.
Well, do you want to get paid off what you're doing now, or do you want to have the ability to grow where you can get paid more to do even more? And so that's where I look at things for myself.
That's where favor comes in.
Yeah. And looking at those and realizing, hey, I know I could do bigger things, but I've got to work toward it. And that's what I feel like we see a lot, even in the younger generations, like that I see a lot in our high school kids. It's like they want everything instant, and it's got to be now. And it's like they don't realize the years of time and effort that has gone to. I heard it said one time, I don't charge what I charge for how long it takes me to do photos now. I charge what I charge for because of how many years it took me to get to where I am and how fast I can do them now. It's the same thing with you. I mean, I'm sure I've seen you make Excel sheets at speeds that I don't think are human at all. And like the way that you can manipulate and make a spreadsheet, but you didn't do that overnight. You didn't learn to do that.
Hours of training. And,
it got you to where it is. And now people watching that be like, well, that's easy. You see how fast Brady makes a spreadsheet? You name what he wants, he does it. Yes, but there was a lot of time. There was a lot of training. I'm sure there's a lot of hours of you being frustrated, not knowing what you were doing to get to that point.
Yeah. I think Brady invented Claude.
Maybe.
I think he invented Excel sheets. I'll be 100% honest.
Yeah.
Let's look at this from a spiritual aspect just for a minute. You know, I'm I'm like challenging myself here too. Okay. So, but going back to what you were saying, Adam, if you're a Christian and Christ lives in you, okay, then why would you not want to give it to him?
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I don't know that, I obviously didn't know this, and going back to our dad for a minute, but, you know, he exuded that, like he lived that out. If Christ lives in me, then why would I not want to give everything that I do my all, not just for status or not just for recognition, but because he knew that he had somebody that he was connected to. You know, over the last couple of years, I've learned a lot about abiding.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we can look back to now, and our dad was one who really, we didn't know what that was at the time, but he really abided. I mean, he spent time in the Word. He spent time in prayer. He was, you know, in John 15, it talks about, I'm the vine, you are the branches. Yeah. You know, and Jesus even says, apart from me, you can bear no fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we can't do anything without him, but being connected to the vine. So that's what I'm saying is, as a Christian, I think it's even more apparent that, okay, it's not on my job description, but we should do all things.
Yeah.
All things.
It doesn't say you should do some things. You should do ABC things. It says all things. So that's just again, that's a reminder to me too.
Absolutely.
If we're doing something, whatever we're doing, leading a company, leading a team, technician on a job site, a deacon or an elder at a church or a worship leader or a pastor, it's everything. And we have not an obligation, but because Christ lives in us, we should want to do everything that we can to try to glorify him in what we do.
It's so applicable to anything that you do in life. I've tried to teach our team, even some of our younger creators, yes, you have the ability to post what you want. You have the ability to say what you want. Honestly, I think sometimes that's what's wrong with where we are culturally, is that anybody can say or do whatever they want
behind a
screen.
I call them keyboard warriors.
Warriors. But I always tell them this. I say, before you ever hit the post button, before you ever share anything, snap a photo, if what you're sharing doesn't bring someone closer to Christ or pushes them away from Christ, then why are you doing it?
Yeah, I agree.
Like, what's the point of it? Like, if that, like, for followers, for likes, for share, whatever it is, if it's not doing something that somebody is looking at your life and be like, that person's doing something different, then is there any point in it at all? So, when you said that, I feel like, but you can apply that to anything, like as a business owner, as a worship leader. If you're not leading your company the way, if you're not leading your worship team, if you're not leading your family that way, then what's the point in doing it? Like, there's got to be more motive behind it, and that is the difference on people that have other followers of Christ. Is there's people. It's funny because people always say, "Well, there's something different about the person." Yeah, there is.
There should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, if you don't say that about somebody, that to me is where I need to look in. Where if somebody doesn't look at me and say, there's something different about that guy.
That's
Then
good.
I need to look at what I'm doing.
That's
Yeah,
good.
because to y'all's point, today in all in leaders, today's world, if you're in a meeting, are you listening? Are you paying attention? Are you taking notes? Are you putting your mind at a race to go, okay, how do I help my leader help them accomplish that? Or are you just like, man, we're in another meeting. It's a waste of time.
Are you reacting or responding?
Yeah.
Yep.
In your marriage, right? Guilty as charged. We all are, I'm sure. But are we present in our marriages? Ministry, we talked about that. Do we have one foot in, one foot out? Whatever we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Give it everything you got. That's the point here. What moves the needle to ourselves? Again, we talked about this verse earlier. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, working as for the Lord. Colossians 3:23. Another one, 1 Corinthians 9:24 says, "Run in such a way as to get the prize." What do I got to do in it to win it? If what you said with Dad, everything we do, we're going to do everything we have. We're going to put our abide. We're going to serve. We're going to do everything we got to do to put our whole heart forward. Excuse me. Whoever puts his hand to the plow and looks back is not fit for the kingdom. Luke 9:62. That one hit me kind of hard. So anyway, God never called anyone to a halfway kingdom. Mm-hmm. It's all or none. There is no lukewarm. You're either saved or you're not, right? So as we wrap this up, guys, think about this. Where do leaders need to be in order to win it in today's world? Okay, here's a couple practical areas for you. In your mission, don't just clock in. Know your why. Let it drive you. Be a part of the mission at hand. In your people, invest in them like they matter. They do. People matter. People first. Again, we talked about that earlier, because they do. There's no half-hearted leadership. Mm-hmm. Make sure that if you're promoting someone from within, that they have the heart to what you said earlier, Adam. Mm-hmm. If they have the heart to move up in the company, that should be a trigger. Yeah. In your marriage and your family, business success means nothing if you're losing at home. Be all in at home. And I know us as men, we go home sometimes, we're like, the day's over. I mean, again, guilty as charged. But I have to re-energize myself because of my family. That's why we do what we do. Mm-hmm. So you got to be re-energized to that. In your faith, you can fake spiritual depth. I think we all hit seasons in that from time to time.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
But either you're walking with God or you're performing. Brady mentioned this, that our dad had always taken notes. I've got his Bible on the nightstand. I'd like to show it to you sometime. But I opened it up. And man, there is handwritten notes in the whole thing, like in the columns, in the highlight and underline. I'm like, man, why do I not do stuff like that? Like, that's how he learned. He wanted to be in it to win it for everything he had. In your word, when you say you'll do it all the way, every time. It's a daily decision. Brady says this. I know it's a quote from John Maxwell, or I forget who it is, but success is found in your daily agenda.
John Maxwell.
Daily agenda. So do it daily. All right. So as we wrap this up, in it to win, it's not about beating other people. It's about honoring the work that you do. Half effort is the enemy of legacy. That's good. Half effort is the enemy of legacy. Faith-driven leaders go all in because God did it first. He did it for us. Mm-hmm. So we owe it, as Brady said earlier, we owe it to serve with everything we have. If the Lord is inside of us, we should want to do more. We should want, I'm not saying more in time. We should want to do more because it's honoring Him with everything we do. This is just a platform. Yeah. We talk about this all the time. ServPro, Higher Up Podcast, it's just a platform for us, right? And the platform is we get to share Christ with people, or we get to help people in their business, but we want to tie the two together at the end of the day. Yeah. We call this the Chick-fil-A model, right?
Yeah.
So the way you do anything is the way you should do everything. Brady, any closing thoughts on in it to win it?
No, I don't think so on that. I will say, just kind of put out something to the audience, because we probably have some people that listen and they knew our father. So if you remember a specific phrase, send it in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I guess they can do that on Instagram.
They can do Instagram, LinkedIn, text on the podcast.
Yeah, you go on the bottom of the podcast, you can say send a note, and we'll get a message about it.
Maybe this is 3 different seasons, of content.
If you're watching on YouTube, put it in chat.
There you go. But we'd love to because we can't remember all of them. I mean, we'll be in meetings sometime, and then Benji, we were at a lunch with some of our guys the other day, and something came up, and we just looked at each other and go, Add it to the list.
Write it down.
You know, because we say these phrases all the time, and Dad was one that just, he repeated them over and over and over. So it's not like you could forget them, you know, and then we'll just say them in our daily language. But if you knew him and you know some of those phrases, send them in, and we love to reflect on that and talk about that a little bit more.
So 3 closing things. Where in life or business are you that you're only halfway in? Question to reflect to yourself. What change would you make this week if you decided to go all in? Something to think about. And then lastly, whose legacy are you carrying, and what legacy are you building? And again, this episode, In It to Win It, a great phrase by our father. But we just want to say thank you all for tuning in to another episode of the Higher Up Podcast. You can find us at higheruppodcast.com/subscribe. You can subscribe to your favorite channel, Apple, Spotify. If you're on YouTube, thank you so much for watching and tuning in. And as always, go out and choose to live a higher up life. We'll see you next time.